Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Tuesday update for New Zealand, recorded on March the 4th. I'm Philip Duncan. Let's get into the forecast. High pressure is certainly around New Zealand at the moment, but there is this southerly flow snaking its way up the country. Warm west to northwest winds ahead of it, cooler southerlies behind it, and some wet weather in between. As I've been saying for the last few days, this rain band is very broken up and fractured. If you look at it on the rain radar, you'll see areas of dry, drizzle and downpours as this moves through. Might be an isolated thunderstorm or two this afternoon with that lingering around. But there is another high pressure system coming in straight behind it, and that is a very powerful high. It's going to get bigger in the days ahead, and it's the reason as it moves in towards New Zealand why Tropical Cyclone Alfred isn't being pulled down towards us. Instead, it's going straight on in directly to Brisbane. Got another video today about that. But let's get into the New Zealand setup as we go through the days ahead. On Wednesday, in comes that bigger high. As it balloons out, you can see it stretching out here into the Tasman. That stops Cyclone Alfred from coming our way, which it would normally want to do in that location. Instead, it's being pushed westwards directly into Brisbane and New South Wales. On the New Zealand side, we've got low pressure out near the Chatham Islands. That is rapidly deepening. It's in the perfect position between these two highs, but unfortunately, when I say perfect position, that's to grow and strengthen. But if you needed rain in New Zealand, the perfect position would have been all of this to shift over a few hundred kilometres to the west and allow that low to form over us. Unfortunately, for those who need rain, that isn't happening. It's moving out to the east. That encourages this cooler southeasterly flow. It'll still be pretty warm though, Waikato, Auckland, Taranaki areas. But on the eastern side, you will feel that temperature drop along with some wet weather coming for you. But as we go into Thursday, there is that low that's rapidly deepening out to the east. Last week, some of the computer modelling, you might have seen it in our videos or just looking online, was showing that low right over the top of the country. And that's why I was saying in the Climate Watch update, don't trust the rain maps too much, because if it forms just to the east of us, all that rain falls out at sea, and that is what is happening. High pressure over the South Island on Thursday. Now, as we go into Friday, here is the next big high. This one's even bigger. Another big kidney bean shaped high pressure system that stretches from Western Australia down towards the Southern Ocean, all the way up towards the tropics and out east towards the international date line. So that is an enormous high pressure zone. Cyclone Alfred falls apart over Australia on Friday. New Zealand with the high just near Tasmania means we've got more of a southerly flow once again. So we're going to start to see, I think, more of these southerlies coming in over the next few weeks. But we are seeing a lot of high pressure, next one coming out of the Indian Ocean, and it's all tracking eastwards towards us. So this weekend, there is the next southerly with showers. Reminds me a little bit of how summer kicked off in December when we were seeing plenty of these sort of southerly changes coming into the country, high pressure out to the west. So temperature drops off and on to the south, and then those showers and sort of patchy rain moving up the eastern side of the country. Only a few limited showers for those of you in the west. It won't be enough to reverse any of the drying out that is continuing on around the North Island. By Sunday, the high gets stronger and moves further into the country. On the top end of it, around the North Island, there is a southeasterly flow again. Once more, you'll see a bit of wet weather on the eastern side that can curve around up into Great Barrier Island, maybe Coromandel Peninsula and around the Bay of Islands. Otherwise, most other places are dry as that high rolls on in. And the high crosses the country on Tuesday. You can see the sinking low pressure up in the subtropics. That's encouraging these showers, which you see along the eastern side. But really, to be honest with you, most areas are dry. And as you know, if you live on the western side of New Zealand, an east to southeasterly or a northeasterly, anything from the east keeps these western areas drier and hotter. You can also see the remnants here of Alfred reforming to a new low right over the top of Bass Strait. But look, big high coming in behind it. So we are seeing a lot more high pressure than we're seeing low pressure for New Zealand over the next few weeks. So there is still some isolated rain relief, but not yet that big magic bullet to come in and fix those technical drought areas or extremely dry regions, which is now growing and expanding and possibly will get larger before it gets smaller. That's all from me for today, Tuesday. We'll catch you again tomorrow, Wednesday, with our next New Zealand update.